Hello, Capricorn Sun, Virgo Rising. Welcome to your year ahead reading. This is going to cover the next 12 months, and I'm just going to label them months 1 through 12. You can choose your start month to be December or January, maybe depending on when your birthday was or whichever one resonates with you. Now, before I start pulling the cards, some things to note, just little tidbits about you that may resonate with you. As a Virgo Rising, you may come off as someone who is very much into the details, maybe even seems a little bit nitpicky to others, but that information helps all of those around you. You also may come off as somebody who seems to be criticizing people when your intent is to help others. It's not your intent to criticize to make somebody feel bad or like they're doing something wrong. You want to help them, but it may tend to come off anyway, as being critical. And then this also means with the Virgo rising that your sun is most likely in the fifth house, not in every case, but in most cases, it's probably in the fifth house. That's the house of creativity, if you will, hobbies, things that you do for fun, that you love, that you're passionate about. And with the Capricorn sun there, it's very much an earth element. So you may be involved in things, creative outputs or pursuits. There we go. Creative pursuits that allow you to, in some ways, help others. And you're probably going to be very well known or be very particular about your craft and how it's done. You may be always seeking to perfect it and new ways to do things and enjoy working with the materials, the tangible things. So, for example, if you're into quilting, that may mean that you also, in addition to the things that you love to do, creating things for yourself or your family, you may also be involved in charities like creating quilts of valor or for different charities, hospices, hospitals, etc. That may be something that you enjoy doing, and you may be the one that organizes those efforts a lot of the time as part of your whole creative outlet. Okay, now let's get into your actual cards for the year ahead. So month 1 again through 12 is what I'm doing. So month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm also going to pull a card, make sure that's out of the way, from the bottom of the deck to give kind of an overall message for the year or some additional information to know about this upcoming year. So that is 7, 8, and 9, and then 10, 11, and 12. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. So this could be a life-changing year for you, or at least a year of maturity where you're kind of leveling up. That doesn't mean that everything's going to be easy. There's going to be challenges, but there is this sense of evolving, maturing, getting ready to move to the next level. That could be in promotion. It could just feel like in life where you're more content and happy with where you are, or it could be a promotion. It could be a new home. It could be moving. It's something that is a big change for you, but in a positive direction. Now let me look at the overall here. Yeah, that's what I'm also seeing in the cards themselves for each month. So that's what we have with the Judgment card here. That leveling up, acceptance, surrender in a way that allows you to move on. All right, so let's get into your individual cards. We're starting out here with the Six of Wands. This is a victory card. This is the card that says, take the bow, accept the applause, celebrate your successes, take the compliments. Do not try to minimize what you have done. You are inspiring other people. Other people are looking up to you. You're leading by example in a way here. So you may be coming off of a very successful project or something that happened that everybody is like cheering you on and excited about your success. This may even be something where you end up giving a presentation or doing something like that for others to help them understand how they can also achieve this or accomplish things like this. So that's month 1 for you, a very strong start. And then we have month 2 with the 5 of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are an earth element, which very much suits your Capricorn Sun and your Virgo Rising. Both of those are earth elements. And they can be grounding. It can be about career. It can be about finances. It can be about your home life, tangible things, physical things. Fives, though, are about challenges, conflicts, things that challenge you, that you need to overcome or push through in order to keep moving forward, to keep moving up. The 5 of Pentacles indicates someone who is feeling down, who's feeling left out, who's feeling stuck, and they're not sure where to go or what to do next. It's a little bit about feeling sorry for yourself. Where the truth is, help is out there, but you have to seek it. You have to take an action. You have a way out. There is a way to get out, but you need to look outside of yourself in order to find that. You have the key right here. You're not locked in and you're not locked out. Being the key here. Get the key, open the door, see who's on the other side, or find somebody there who can help you. Ask for help, ask for ideas, ask for advice. It's going to benefit you, but you need to do it. You are responsible for taking action here and for asking for what you need. Not trying to do it yourself. This is a case where you should seek out somebody else's opinion at a minimum. Now, the advice you get here may not be the advice you want to receive or the information that you want to receive, because we can see here in month 3, we have the 8 of Swords. Swords are an air element, so this is going to be about our thoughts, ideas, beliefs, communication, education. The 8 of Swords is this feeling of being trapped or thinking that you are trapped, that there aren't any other options, that you're stuck where you're at. But we can see that what she thinks is happening is not the reality here. There is an option. There are options. Might not be what you want to do, but you are not trapped. You are not stuck. This is just your fear and anxiety, maybe related to a change or something like that, the thing that you don't want to do, or maybe what you have to tell someone. Could be that you need to break up with somebody, or you need to communicate a change with somebody. You need to have a tough conversation. And until you do that, until you take that action, you're going to be stuck and feel trapped, or think that you're trapped, because it is that air element, but you are not. You are not. You just need to have the courage to say what you need. Speak up for yourself. So that is what you need to do here in the month 3. And then in month 4, again, this feels like you are making progress. Perhaps you did have that conversation, because now we're coming up on the 9 of Wands. The 9 indicates we're nearing the end of the journey. We're almost there. Wands are a fire element. So this is about passion, action, boldness, creativity too, which is appropriate with where your sun is. But this is somebody who is feeling a little beat up, feeling tired, just wants a break, but they're not giving up. They are not giving up. They can see that the end is in sight, and if they just persevere and keep going, they're going to get through this. They're going to reach the end. They're going to hit the goal. So month 4 may be a month where you're feeling like, okay, we had the difficult conversation, but now we're still working through what this means. And it's still a lot of maybe chaotic and stuff going on, and maybe words being exchanged, possibly even too. But I'm not giving up. I'm staying true to myself, and I am seeing this through, because this is a change that needs to happen for me to improve my life. And that's how you're feeling, what your energy feels like here in month 4. And then in month 5, we have the 6 of Pentacles. And you had the 6 of Wands up here. Sixes are that period after a conflict. where you're just kind of taking stock, or maybe you're taking an action as a result of that conflict, of that change. In this case, this is an exchange of resources. It's a little bit of a transition card. I think that was another way I would say with sixes are about transition. In this case, it's an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of resources. Perhaps this has to do with something like an agreement and what each side is getting out of it. Each party is satisfied and happy with how things are divvied up or distributed. You both have to get something out of it, in other words. A lot of times this is looked at also as sort of a charity card where you're giving alms or you're giving money to those who need it. So you have excess resources and you're able at this point in time to share your excess with others. So again, if this has to do with your hobby, for example, or something that you're passionate about, this might be where maybe this is a month where you're focused on doing that, producing something in order to give to the charity that they can then use to get either benefit their members or the people that are being served by that charity, or that that charity can use to sell in order to bring income in to help them support the people that they're trying to support. So that could be what this month is primarily focused on, is that give and take. And then we have month 6 with the 4 of Wands. Fours are about stability, foundations, the basic needs being met. And the 4 of Wands, though, is all about celebrating a pivotal moment in life. Sometimes this can be perceived as a wedding. That's like traditionally kind of the image you see on the card. This is celebrating with friends, celebrating some major life accomplishments, perhaps celebrating this evolution here, the ending or transition of this relationship, maybe the completion of this big project here for the charity or whatever this is for you, the divvying up of the resources. And now you're just taking time to just celebrate this evolution that you've gone through so far this year, the changes that have been happening. It's foundational changes for you. And it's a celebration about what's happened so far, about where you're at now. For some, yes, this could be a wedding. It could be an engagement. It could be about a graduation. But it's meaningful, and it's something where you're bringing your community or the two sides of your family or friends and family together, all together to celebrate this joyous event, this milestone in your life. So that's going to be what month 6 about, is that celebration. Celebratory energy. And then down here we have month 7 with the 9 of Swords. So you've been through some big changes, it feels like, up here, right? This having to process and get through this moment here. And you've had some victories. But all that changed. This feels like the month where you're like, okay, oh my gosh, this is where I was last year. This is where I'm at now. What's coming next? I don't know what to do. There's a feeling of anxiety, of some fears, of being unable to sleep, kind of nightmares and things like that, insomnia, with the 9 of Swords. This feels like where all your fears come crashing down, and maybe you're feeling down, or you're feeling a little bit depressed, or you're just in a blah kind of mood, maybe tired and exhausted because you can't settle your mind down maybe. But there is that sense of something, or could even be for some of you, this could be something that happens in this month that causes this, that moment of fear, almost paralyzing fear. Trying to tap into it a little more to see which way they want me to go with this. So it feels like even though you're having all these fears, do not let go of that hope, of the moments of hope. Focus on that more than the other things, because you want to draw more of that feeling in. We have all of the darkness, right? all the fears and the things that are trying to bring you down. But we also have this light, this hope. Let this be your guide. Try to focus on the positives that are happening. And don't worry about the negatives because those are temporary. They're not long term. They will not stick with you. So this may be a tough month as far as overthinking things and things like that. Maybe even a feeling of being overwhelmed, perhaps by everything that's going on. Maybe something with planning falls apart. That feels like something too. It will all work out. You need to trust that it will all work out. Focus on the light, not the dark. And that's how you'll get through that month. And look for the helpers too. There are people willing to help with whatever's going on here. Look for them and ask for them. Let them know you need them to step in and take on some things because you need a break, perhaps, so that you can take time away and direct your energy to something that fills you up, gives you that light feeling that eases the worry and the fears. So look for that too here in month 7. In month 8, we have the Four of Swords. This is a month where you need to rest, or at least minimally rest your mind. So this isn't a month where you want to do a lot of planning or anything that's going to involve thinking or logic or facts or things like that. You want to just create, to go with the flow. Don't make any definitive plans. You could journal maybe and write things down as they come up, but don't take action on that stuff right now. This is a month of rest. Perhaps this is a month you go on some vacations, hang out with some friends. Maybe there's some major family things going on, but you should not be the one involved in the planning and stuff for that. You want to be the one being taken care of if you can this month, or at least you want to focus on taking care of yourself and your own energy here. And just rest your mind and not overthink anything. That's what month 8 is going to be all about. Month 9, we have the Two of Cups. So cups are about our emotions or our intuition. It's a water element. Water for you can be very nourishing, but it can also be overwhelming too if there's too much water covering the earth, washing things away. So it can help with growth, or, depending on what's going on, it can cause destruction. But this here is a card of hope. 2 is about commitment. 2 parties. And this card here is indicating unity, connection, the same wavelength, following the same patterns. You're distinct and individual people, but you complement each other very well. Your energy just flows well together. So this could be a month where you are reconnecting more or deepening your connection with an existing partner. It can be a month where you're meeting a new person that's more of a friend, but you guys just click instantly. And it feels like you've known each other forever. Could even be a business contract where you each have very complementary skills. You just work really, really well together, and perhaps you're getting ready to go into business together, or you may be discussing it at least. For others, could be of new romantic interest or opportunity here in this month. So pay attention to those where you feel like you're simpatico, if you will, with that other person. This is about the energy and the feelings between the two of you. Pay attention to that. Honor that part of yourself. Don't overthink it, is another way to consider this. You want to tap into your emotions here and trust them. All right. And then we have month 9, where we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, this could be very much Capricorn energy, period. It is a more masculine energy. Which means it is outgoing. It's pushing energy out. It's not receiving energy. It's pushing out energy. The king is super confident. They are in charge. They have all the plans, and if plans need to change, they're the ones who have the backup plans. They know exactly what to do in any situation, and they have, because it's Pentacles, all the resources they need to do whatever it is that they want, or they know how to get it. They know how to make it work. So this is a month where you may be in charge of something specifically, where you are directing action. You are the project manager, if you will, or the leader in something that is going on. So others will be looking to you for direction. And you, again, you may be in charge of the budget, anything like that, where you are the one who is allocating the resources, putting the things out there. In month 10, we have the Three of Swords. This can be a tricky one. A lot of times this is a card indicating heartbreak, but it is swords, which is about, again, our mind. This is where you may find that something is not what you thought it was. Right now, you've attached feelings to it, but you're more disappointed. It's not necessarily that your emotions were involved, but well, they were, but it's more about the idea, the ideal not being met. It's about disappointment, things not meeting your expectations. So this could be a betrayal by a coworker or something like that, or somebody who has been there and is saying, "Yes, I got it, I got it, I got it," but they haven't been doing any of the work. And now you need to make that up. Now it's a huge disappointment, right? It's crushing disappointment because someone is not what you thought they were. They're not a person, a man of their word or a woman of their word, in spite of the front that they've been putting on to you for who knows how long. It does not feel like it's this person here, though. This is something different. This may be somebody you've known a while who really disappoints you. And it's going to take time to get over that. It is going to feel crushing. Make sure that you are expressing your emotions or honoring your emotions at least, and recognizing as you process whatever has happened here, that in a way you already knew in your heart that something was wrong long before it got to this point. And don't berate yourself for that. You had hope, and hope is a good thing to have. It is always a good thing to have. It almost feels like something that is happening here that you're anxious about back here in month 7. And maybe this is just going to help you if you read this before you get to this month. Whatever you were anxious about here in month 7, this might have been your intuition telling you that something was wrong. So for some of you, that might be what's going on here. And maybe trying to prepare you for when it becomes reality, when it's exposed here in month 11. But let yourself feel it. Let yourself express it. Don't try to hold it in. Don't try to bottle it up. Don't try to ignore it. Honor your emotions, your disappointment, whatever it is for you here in month 11. Don't hold that in and don't take it out on yourself. And then, which makes sense here now with the Emperor as your final card, month 12, the Emperor. This is a major arcana card, and the Emperor is like the father of the deck, and he is all about boundaries, rules. Not with the intent to restrict you, not typically anyway. It could depend on the other cards, but these are boundaries to protect. You need to be setting up boundaries. Perhaps this person or whatever this here was here did not respect your boundaries, or you allowed them to cross the boundaries. This is you setting it up again. Say, nope. If this happens, this is it. You cross this line, that's it. This is the boundary. This is how far I'm willing to go. I am not going to allow anybody to cross that boundary again. And if you cross it, that's it. These are the consequences. So you're setting up the rules. You are recognizing what your boundaries are or should be. Perhaps you're shifting some of them or setting them certain things up for specific people, but also being very clear about it and firm about it. No, no, no accepting, but, no, 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 this is it. This is my boundary. Going forward, this is what's happening. So you are setting your terms and you are sticking by your terms. And that's kind of part of your evolution as we're moving up throughout this year. Is now maybe perhaps this is all about learning what you can do and where your strengths are, and learning where maybe you need to shore things up and pay more attention and respect yourself a little more. Respect your own energy and your own needs more. And you're going to do that by setting up these boundaries, which is part of what helps you do this level up, this judgment card. Yes, that feels right. You ain't going to put up with it anymore. So it's almost like you harden up a little bit, but it's not really harden. You just reinforce your boundaries, your limits. And at the same time, recognizing how much you have expanded, which is why your boundaries need to shift with you. As you grow, you have the control over your boundaries, over what you will and won't accept moving forward, which may mean that things you used to accept in the past are things that you will no longer accept. Now you have growth. You are expanding outward this way, which means everything's shifting with you. And if the people around you are not going with that, then they don't need to cross over the fence, if you will. I hope that made sense for somebody. All right. Capricorn Sun, Virgo Rising. That is what I have for you for the year ahead. A busy year, but you got this. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.